So guys, I'm out here today again in my leaf pile. Gonna do some different types of tests. It's misting outside slightly. It's right at 33 degrees, so that mist could easily turn into a snow or flurries of some sort. What I'm gonna do today is try to sleep on top of my leaf pile, and I'm only using the leaf pile to try to add comfort to the sleep. Otherwise I would it would be a thermal break too, so other than that I was going to try to just lay out on the ground over here, but yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll show you some of the gear that I'm going to use tonight. Obviously I've got my headlamp so I can film, and I've got my Ziploc baggie to stick my camera in. That way it's not susceptible to all this moisture. And I'll show you some of the other gear that I've got on and what I'm getting ready to put on out here. Hang tight. Okay guys, I've got, well at the moment I've got my shoes on, but I've got a pair of I would say heavy wool socks. I'll be taking my shoes off as soon as I get in, and just a pair of cotton pants, and I don't have anything under that, just bare skin. I've got my t-shirt that you've seen earlier on, just a regular short sleeve. I've got my trusty old pillowcase that I'm going to use as a browse bag. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff this with leaves here in a little bit, and I'll show you that. I've got a wool sweater that I'm going to put on tonight. It's supposed to get down to 20. I've got a wool scarf. Not sure if I'm even going to use this or not, but I wanted to throw it in with me just in case I change my mind. Got a pair of wool fingerless gloves, or like the fingertips are gone. I love these things. These are great when you're around the campfire, if it's obviously not really cold. I mean, these would be good if you had a pair of mittens to stick them in too, so you could pull them out of the mittens, still have a pair of gloves on, you know, do the stuff you need to do around the fire because you still have your dexterity of your fingers. The other thing I have is my canvas tarp. This is, I believe, 8x8. I've got my wool stocking cap on, and I've got my wool blanket out here. So let me start getting set up here, and I'll show you what I got. So first off, here's my pillowcase that I like to always carry. It works great. I usually stuff my clothes in it and then stick it in a dry bag, but I always carried it for this purpose right here. So if I needed to, I could just stuff this thing for a pillow. You know, I probably don't even need any more than I already have right now, because that's a pretty plump pillow. But my head should fit in there really nicely. So I'm just going to take and fold up this end, tie a knot in it per se, so the leaves don't come out. Nothing tight or anything fancy, you know. Got that done there. So you see. So just a little knot in the end. Nothing crazy. And now my head should fit on there very nicely. Alright, let's move on to the next stage of what I'm going to do. Alright guys, I'm going to walk around the spot that I got here right now so you can see what I got going on. I've got my browse bag pillow that I just made. Got my wool blanket here, and underneath it I've got my canvas tarp here. Come down to the end of the foot box area. Same thing you got going on here. My plan is to take and fold this up to create kind of a closed box basically. Then I'm going to fold this over top of me, and then fold the canvas part over top of all of that to kind of create a seal. Now, I know the lighting's horrible out here, guys, but once I get in, I'll show you. So guys, here's my camera stand, and here's what I've got. This is temperatures that were took from inside my house, because I just literally pulled this one out. Here, I've got 2 of them now. So this one's going to sit outside of my wool blanket shelter, and I'm going to still clip this one down here onto my belt so we can get readings from inside and readings from outside. Brought a water bottle just in case I got thirsty. I'm just going to kind of throw it or set it right outside here in the leaf pile. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this stuff on and get in here and show you what I got going on. Sorry if the video was pretty bad earlier, if you couldn't see it. But like I said, there's my pillow that I made. You know, you could probably see what I kind of got going on here. I'm going to use the tarp to cover up with, basically. And like I said, I'm going to fold this in so that way it'll kind of block any wind, for say, that'll go in that area there. But see you in just a minute. Alright guys, I've took and folded this blanket in, and then the other one completely over top of that one, and tucked it in underneath my feet. So if I get too much moisture, hopefully it'll run off. I'm going to get in here a little further and show you the rest. So guys, while I can tell you that the wind out here is making it a little chilly, I know the wind chill, what I last seen, is hovering right around 20 degrees. So, still can't see that on video, can you? Well anyway, I got it all tucked in pretty good, and I actually feel really cozy. I mean, you ever go over and visit maybe your grandparents and spend the night, and they've got that nice heavy quilt that they give you, or you know, stick onto your bed, and you just feel the weight of that quilt. You just know you're warm. It's kind of how I feel right now with that nice canvas tarp over top of me. It just feels cozy. Something about it. It definitely feels like home, if you want to call it that. And laying on the leaf pile so far, because I stacked it up pretty good, and I kind of angled it a little bit so my upper body would be higher than, for say, my legs. Hopefully that'll help out a little bit. Maybe I could even lay on my side this way and won't have to worry about, you know, like the leaves rolling off of me, for say. But I'm going to pull the upper part. A lot of this you're not going to be able to see because I can't film it by myself. So I'm going to pull the upper part up, kind of tuck it in so there's not a lot of wind here. Lay this over on my side. I'm not sure if I'm going to pull it completely over me and enclose the whole thing. I'm definitely not worried about it not breathing enough, because it's definitely going to breathe enough. But if that isn't the case, and I feel like it's getting a little stuffy in here, I might have a little breathe hole, and I'm going to put that on the side and not directly overhead. So at least if it, like I said, any of this moisture that's coming down falls on me, that'll get taken care of. It is just extremely hazy out right now. But seems like there's plenty of moonlight, even though it's not working to my advantage with the filming. So, well, I'm gonna lay down here a little bit and kind of cozy in. I might get back with you before I go to bed, kind of give you a report of what I'm feeling so far. Who knows, this might not work, and that's why I'm testing it out. A lot of times you see people will set up, like what I'm using right now is a tarp and a wool blanket, and a lot of times you see people set up, you know, a lean-to shelter, and then they're trying to figure out how to use their wool blanket. And well, this way here might seem little unorthodox. In my opinion, it might be the better option to choose in a situation that you may not have fire. And even if you did have fire, this still may be a better option. A lot of the history that you see and whatnot, you'll see that they have bed rolls. And this is basically on the same principle as a bed roll, the canvas outer layer with the blanket inside of it, and they usually have a little fire out there to help keep warm. And this is definitely about the same principle. So that's what got me to thinking to do this. I've always wanted to get a canvas bedroll, but I just can't spend the money right now, so you know how it is. Get back with you soon. Well, guys, sorry I didn't get more film during the night or so, but I laid my head down there and I was planning on doing a little bit more talking before I went to bed, but I crashed. And it's morning now, and I just got woke up from the wife because we're getting ready to go out of town. And this was very comfortable and very warm. I didn't wake up at all. Actually, to be honest with you, it was more comfortable than my own bed. So, I'd call this a success. I'm going to show the temperatures here real fast, what I got, so you can see what that has been or whatnot, because I think that's kind of neat, at least in my books I think it is. So hang tight. Alright guys, sorry, I'm just propping my light up here. Here's this one, 76. You can see it got to 77 at some point in here. So that was the inside temperature inside where I'm sleeping. Let me get up and I'll go over here and show you the temperature outside. So guys, looks like it got down to 25 degrees, which is what it is right now. The wind's blowing pretty darn good. Instantly got out of my shelter, and it's a little chilly. Man. Wow. Yeah, it's a little chilly out here. Just from waking up, my blood isn't flowing as good as it usually is, so wow, I want to jump back in that thing. Alright guys, I thought I would show you real fast one more time kind of what I had going on here for my bed. You can see I just tucked in everything in the bottom here, just kind of rolled it up so there's no wind getting in there. Laid the blanket down and then folded it over top of myself. I didn't make it real tight or anything on me, just kind of loose laid. And of course I did that with the canvas also. I just pulled it over top of myself. Leaf in the pillowcase there. Left my water bottle out here in the leaves. I just went ahead and checked the wind chill factor, and it is a wind chill of 9 right now. So that explained my a little bit of chilliness. So, hope you guys liked it. I'm kind of excited doing these little different newer, what do you want to call them, shelters. So, take care. Another thing I wanted to let you guys know on is, like I said, I had this in the leaves, just setting down inside the leaves, and Of course, it was pretty freezing last night, and there was absolutely no ice inside the bottle when I woke up this morning, so that's good news. I'm sure if you left it there overnight and then all day at those temperatures would probably be frozen, but I thought that was at least interesting. So